It's a full day event, and it's for any youth, and there is an open category in both the Dene and the Arctic sports as well. So anyone 1993 or 1993 or later that lives north of 55 in Alberta is eligible to try out for Arctic sports and Dene Games, both the Arctic sports and the Dene Games selection camp. And that's to go to the 2016 Arctic Winter Games with Team Alberta North, which is in Greenland this year. And I guess one thing that's nice about the selection camp with both teams meeting and having tryout at the same time is that you can come and you can see people trying the Arctic sports, for example. And if you've come specifically for the Dene Games, you can attempt some of the Arctic sports and see if maybe that suits your skills a little bit better. The Arctic sports are generally considered for those that are quite agile, I must say, and then the Dene Games, you never know all strengths, and those that helps to have good agility for the Dene Games as well. And you never know quite who might make that team. Sometimes you see people that are smaller than you might expect to make that team. Sometimes people that are quite large that make that team. And I guess I should quickly go over some of the Arctic sports and some of the Dene Games. The Arctic sports consists of a series of games, which some of which are the 1 foot high kick, 2 foot high kick, Alaskan high kick, triple jump, sledge jump, knuckle hop, kneel jump, head pull, arm pull, airplane. And then there's a whole series of Dene Games as well, which are stick pull, finger pull, snow snake, pole push, and the hand games themselves. And so when you come to participate, usually who ends up making a team is someone that does well in a number of those games for each particular sport. And yeah, there is like we go by the technical packages that are formed by the Arctic Winter Games selection. The Arctic Winter Games technical team that puts together these technical packages, and those have heights, like warm-up heights and starting heights for all of the Arctic sports and stuff. And those are usually what we start with. If someone comes and they can't meet any of the warm-up heights in any of the kicking events, then more than likely they won't join the team for the Arctic sports.
Tim Horsman on the show this afternoon. Tim, of course, the selection camp, as we were just saying, November 28th at Northern Lakes College in Slave Lake. Now, the registration deadline is this Friday. If someone listening right now wants to take part in it, how can they register?
There is an online registration, but it's probably best to contact me at 780-843-6004, and I can forward them the email that contains all of the registration information. That would be the best way to register at this time, is to try to get your hands on this online registration from me.
Just how big are the Arctic Winter Games?
It's a massive event. Team Alberta North generally sends anywhere from it's around 300 athletes. There's contingents from all over the circumpolar world. So it's not just provinces and territories, although there are some Northwest Territories, the Yukon, Nunavik, which is northern Quebec. There's Alaska. There's contingents from the northern Scandinavian countries, from Russia, northern Russia, as well as, of course, Greenland themselves, and like I said, in general, other than the Arctic sports and the Dene Games that do have open categories, it is all youth. And then there's all kinds of events that are part of the Arctic Winter Games. These aren't by any means the only selection camps going on in the next while. There's everything from hockey to indoor soccer to badminton to you name it, snowshoeing. These are two of the more traditional sets of games, so like the Dene Games and the Arctic sports, along with snowshoeing, are considered the three traditional games that are part of the Arctic Winter Games, and often a little bit higher profile at the Arctic Winter Games themselves because of that. People have never seen or heard of them. Amazing athletes participate in the Arctic sports and the Dene Games, and they're really neat things to watch. And it's an excellent opportunity for youth in northern Alberta to be part of something so large scale. This is going to be my 7th Arctic Winter Games, and I've always participated as a coach, and to work with kids there, it's just for most of them it is a life-changing experience.
Well, Tim Horsman, appreciate you coming on the show this afternoon.
Yeah, no, thanks, Jeremy. You're welcome.